Someone drags me out of the time machine. I crumple on the spot, powerless to even stand. Whoa! You're already back? It hasn't even been a minute! Ocarine? Ocarine! Mary rushes over to me. She looks at my face in concern. But even her concern is too much for me to bear. Please, don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. Whoa, you're covered in blood! What happened? Get him a towel, Dad! And some water! And some clothes, too! Hurry! An explanation, por favor? Just go already! Okay. Dara runs back inside the building. Are you okay? Hang in there! Don't die! He's okay. It's not his blood. Leave me alone. I don't deserve your concern. Save Kurisu? What a joke. Not only did I fail to save her, I took her life with my own 2 hands. 3 weeks ago, in this very spot, I killed her. I murdered her. There's no way to save her. There never was. Everything has already been decided. It's the same as it was with Mayuri. The same. No matter how hard I struggle, the result will always be the same. We have a time machine. Shouldn't we give it another try? No. It's not that simple. No matter how many times I try, the result will converge on Kurisu's death. Even if I throw the knife away, Fate will find some other way to kill Kurisu. Maybe Nakabachi will kill her. Maybe I'll trip and push her down the stairs. Maybe she'll just drop dead for no reason. The cause doesn't matter. The effect will always be the same. It doesn't matter if I time leap or if I time travel. Going to the past can't change the result. Maybe a D-mail could shift divergence enough to take us to another attractor field, but there's no way to control what might happen. D-mail's just a shot in the dark. It's useless. Useless. Everything is useless. There's nothing I can do. Nothing. Nothing. I can't save Kurisu after all. I knew this would happen. I knew it would turn out like this. I can't take this anymore. I'm so tired. Enough already. I give up. Ocarine! A burning numbness spreads through my cheek. Mayuri hit me. She's never done anything like this before. The shock is enough to bring me to my senses. Mayuri looks at me with tears streaming down her cheeks. Her small body gently embraces mine, though I'm still covered in Kurisu's blood. Ocarine! You're not a quitter! Mayushi knows. You never ever give up. Not until the very end. Remember? Every day, Mayushi prayed for help in front of Granny's grave. And every day, you came to see me. Even on rainy days and snowy days, you always stood next to Mayushi and called my name. Because you were always there for Mayushi. I was finally able to say goodbye to Granny. Mayushi doesn't understand what's going on, but don't give up now, okay? Mayushi doesn't want to see you sad. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hold Mayushi in very high regard. She's fucking precious, isn't she? Mayuri's gentle warmth envelops me. I cling to that warmth, but it's not enough to heal my heart. But I killed her. The person most precious to me, who I wanted so desperately to save. I killed her! Ocarina. I can still feel the knife in my hand. I can still feel her fading heartbeat. I look at my hands over Mayuri's shoulder. They're red with blood. Kurisu's blood. The shaking won't stop. Tears fall, washing away the blood. Guilt and despair are tearing at my soul. If Suzuha hadn't taken the knife, I might have slit my own throat in that very spot. This reality's too much to bear. But I realize that this is retribution. My just punishment for taking the godlike power of time travel and using it to distort the past. Kurisu can't be saved. That's been proven beyond a doubt. At the very least, I can't save her. Not even with Mayuri's encouragement. There's nothing I can do. You're wrong. Suzuha speaks, her voice full of conviction, and immediately afterwards, I hear a familiar melody. My male tone. Mayuri takes my phone out of her pocket. She's been looking after it. You've got mail, Ocarina. Mayuri gently puts my phone into my hand. I don't have the energy to check by mail, but for some reason, Suzuha gestures me to look at it. I reluctantly open my inbox. What? Turn on the TV. That's all it says. The sender's unfamiliar. Is this a prank? Spam? I'm bewildered. I don't even know who sent this. But then I happen to glance at the send time, and the shock is like a lightning bolt to the brain. The date it was sent. August 21st, 2025. 2025? This is before my death. No. This is... It doesn't even occur to me to wonder if my phone has malfunctioned. After all, I know this phenomenon. D-mail! A D-mail?! I look up at Suzuha. She sees my confusion and looks at my phone. It actually came through! Just like he said it would. Judging by her surprise, I guess she doesn't know much. Suzuha leapt from 2036. That's 11 years after this D-mail was sent. Does that mean it's not related to her? What does it mean? There must be something going on. Something you need to see. Hey, guys! I brought the stuff! Dara comes back with a convenience store bag. Right on time! Because God knows I can't go down to the Bronetube workshop covered in blood. Fortunately, my phone has TV reception. As soon as I switch it on, I see a news reporter standing in some foreign airport. There's a jumbo jet in the background. Looking closely, I see burns near the plane's tail. The caption says, "Fire on Russian airlines."
Russian airline authorities announced today that a fire broke out on Russian Airlines Flight 801 en route from Narita to Moscow. The flight departed Narita Airport at 11:05 Japan time. A fire broke out in the cargo hold shortly before arrival. The flight made an emergency landing at Domodedovo International Airport, where the passengers were evacuated. No one was injured. One of the passengers on Flight 801 was a Japanese physicist who declared his invention was to seek asylum in Russia.
The scene changes and the camera cuts to what appears to be an airport lobby. A man is standing there, surrounded by reporters. When I see his face, my breath catches in my throat. Dr. Nakabachi?
Dr. Nakabachi. His real name is Makise Shoshi. Made these comments to the press earlier today.
I still haven't recovered from the shock of murdering Kurisu. The images on the TV screen seem like something of a dream. Did they say Nakabachi sought asylum in Russia? I didn't think people still did that in this day and age. I mean, all you need is a passport to travel to Russia. I am delighted to have arrived safely in this wonderful country. No comment. My deepest gratitude to the Russian government for accepting me. What happened on the plane? Reads the subtitles at the bottom of the screen. When the cabin filled with smoke, I remained perfectly calm. Some passengers panicked, but they settled down after I gave them a talking to. Nakabachi responds confidently. He certainly doesn't look like a man who could strangle his own daughter. My compliments to the pilot for his safe landing. He's a hero, for he saved not only my life, but my historic thesis as well. The subtitles change to, "Is that thesis related to your request for asylum?" Nakabachi nods theatrically. Indeed. If this thesis had been lost, it would have set scientific progress back a century. This thesis will change the course of human history. What is your thesis about? My god, I need some water before I carry on doing Nakabachi's voice. Excuse me! This thesis describes the first practical theory of time travel. Do you understand? Time travel! I, Dr. Nakabachi, have succeeded where countless others have failed. Nakabachi's tone quickly grows feverish. Now he's talking directly to the camera. Moreover, he's not talking about the accident at all. He's just promoting his research. What a prick. He presents something to the camera. It's the envelope. The one Kurisu gave him. This envelope contains the future of mankind. Soon all our dreams shall be realized. When I present this thesis to the scientific community, the world will change forever, and I will be known as the father of the time machine. It's always a fucking Makise, isn't it? It's always a fucking Makise. I have no right to condemn Nakabachi for his actions. Not when it was my hand that took Kurisu's life. But at the same time, I can't stop myself from recalling the words Kurisu spoke. That hurt, betrayed tone that triggered Nakabachi's violence.
You're stealing my work? I didn't even think you would do something like...
Those words not echo in his ears too? How can he stand there and present his murdered daughter's work as if it were his own, and look so proud of himself while doing it? I hear my teeth grinding in my head. Originally, this envelope was in my checked baggage. If it had stayed there, it would have burned up at the cargo hold, and humanity's dreams along with it. However, fate intervened on my behalf, as if God himself had decreed that my greatness should be known across the world. Oh, fuck you. I am going to become this world's god, and you will not stop me! Nakabachi thrusts his open hand at the camera. Behold the vessel of God's grace. Because this was inside the envelope, it was set off the metal detector. As a result, I had to take the envelope with me on the plane. The pilot is a hero, yes, but the true hero, the savior of humanity's future, is this tiny figure. I swear to God, if this is Mayuri's mental looper she lost, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off! Sitting in the palm of his hand is a lump of silvery metal barely 5 centimeters tall. Ah! Mayuri points to the screen. I look closer. That lump of metal in Nakabachi's hand. It's not just any lump of metal.
It's my metal looper! Look! See there? It has Mayushi's name on it!
Ooper is a mascot character from the popular card game Rhinet Access Battlers. Okay, now I gotta go back in time and just make sure I find this fucker, haven't I? You can see Ooper merchandise everywhere in Akihabara, from capsule toys to phone straps and all other accessories. But of all Ooper merchandise, the most rare is the metal Ooper. The very same metal Ooper that Nakabachi is presenting to the camera. Near the bottom of the metal Ooper, I can see cute letters written in bright red magic marker. The letters read, Mayushi's. Whoa, you're right! What's he doing with it?
I dropped it during the presentation. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find it. So that's where it went. I can't get it back if it's all the way in Russia.
Yeah, I just made angry noises as well, Ocarina. There were less choking sounds and more just like, why does everything revolve around this fucking metal sphere? I stare at the screen in disbelief. My body is shaking. Goosebumps break out over every inch of my flesh. I know what this is. The butterfly effect! 3 weeks ago, Mayuri dropped her metal looper in the assembly hall of Radicon. That tiny figure, a mere child's toy, went on to decide the fate of mankind. It rescued the Nakabachi paper from the fire. And in doing so, it laid the foundation for World War III. Mayuri, take better care of your shit, please! Mayuri started World War III! Suzuha, did you know about this? Suzuha answers with a look of apology. Who sent that email from 2025? Whoever it was clearly meant us to see the news about Dr. Nakabachi.
Sorry.
Sorry? About what? What is she apologizing for?
Sorry for not telling you everything. But we needed you to fail once. You had to experience Makise Kurisu's death firsthand.
What? You tricked me?
Not exactly. It was part of the plan. At least that's what I was told.
Told? By who?
I'm sorry for making you go through that, Uncle.
Tell me what's going on.
See for yourself.
Suzuha points to the phone in my hand.
Then you'll understand.
What are you talking about?
The message should already be in your phone. The message you sent from 2025.
What?
A video mail. You received one, didn't you?
Huh? She's right. When was that again? July 28th, right after I met Kurisu for the first time. Just as I was about to contact Mayuri, I received a mysterious video mail from an address I'd never seen before. Is that what she's talking about? But there was nothing on it. Just noise.
Try again.
Suzuha grins.
If you try now after failing once to save Makise Kurisu's life, you should be able to see it.
Are you kidding me? Is this even possible? I'm not convinced, but I checked my phone anyway just to be sure. And there I found a saved video mail. When I checked the sender's address, I realized that it's from the same address as the D-mail just now. So they're from the same person. And that person is me in 15 years? 15 years. 2025. The year I die, according to Suzuha. I sent this message on the eve of my death. A message to myself in 2010. Suzuha that there was a plan to reach Steins Gate. Could the plan be in this video? Mayuri and Daru peek over my shoulder. I take a deep breath and press play with a trembling finger. Nothing appears on the screen but noise. Nothing's changed after all. There's no hidden message or anything. The noise suddenly dissolves, revealing the silhouette of a man. It looks like the video was shot somewhere dark. I can't see the man's face. Unkempt hair. A lab coat. That's all I can make out. Is that you in 15 years? It has to be! Something about him just says Okarin! Really? Is this guy really me? My phone's tiny screen has become a window onto the future. I can't believe I'm about to hear a message from myself. Did you already get my email? Then go watch the news. If you already have, then keep listening. So that last mail was from him. From me. It doesn't feel real. Greetings. It's been 15 years, I suppose you could say.
Wow, your voice is so deep and cool!
The year is 2025. I'm sending video by a process similar to D-mail. You dismantled the phone wave. So did I. But not 1 year later, I, which is to say you, turned back to time travel as my last hope. I've spent 14 years researching time travel. Along the way, I managed to design a D-mail transmitter that wasn't bound by the 36-byte limit. The fact that you're watching this means that you failed to save Kurisu. It hurts, doesn't it? I know how you feel. After all, I went through it myself 15 years ago. That's right. I failed too. I've lived with that failure for 15 years. Do you understand why you had to fail? It was necessary. Necessary to give me the proper motivation. You failed to save Kurisu. You killed her with your own 2 hands. Your guilt, your self-loathing, had driven me for 15 years. They gave me the focus I needed to complete my plan. Without your failure, you would not be watching this message now. As you know, the world line is subject to attractor field convergence. Time travel alone cannot save Kurisu. That is why you had to fail, to create the chain of causality that links you to me. Because you failed, I spent the last 15 years researching time travel. As the revelations Nakabachi unleashed spread the world toward nuclear war, I continued my research in secret. Suzuha's time machine is the result. Although the finishing touches were Daru's and mine, it was based on the theory that CERN first developed, and that Kurisu improved on the world line you undid. Its model number is C204. C for Christina. I believe you understand what that signifies. Now that the causal link has been established, allow me to explain the final stage of the plan. The purpose of this plan is to change divergence and reach the unknown world line called Steins Gate. By the way, I'm the one who named it Steins Gate. You of all people know why I chose that name. Because it sounds cool. Isn't that right? There are two conditions you must meet to reach Steins Gate. First, you must save Makise Kurisu. Second, you must destroy the Nakabachi paper. I know what you're thinking. Convergence won't let you change the past. No matter what you do, Kurisu will die. But rest assured, there is a way. You can save Kurisu. Listen carefully. On July 28th, the first you went to Nakabachi's presentation, blissfully unaware of what was about to happen. You must not change what the first you saw. Those events have been established. They are the result upon which this world line converges. However, there is room for deception. You don't understand, I know. Calm down, and I'll explain. You're going to deceive yourself. The first you saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. If you were to change that fact, it would render everything that you have done since, as well as everything that I have done, a paradox. After finding Kurisu's body, you send a D-mail which was intercepted by Echelon, which tipped off CERN. Recall your experience on the Alpha World Line. You saw more than just Mayuri's death. You saw Kurisu alive and well. You made her a lab member despite her protests, and together you built the Time Leap machine. It was only 3 weeks, but she was there, beside you. Those memories are yours. Those memories are mine. They are the proof that we did not live only on this world line where Kurisu died on July 28th. You traveled to the Alpha World Line. You met Kurisu and fell in love. You sacrificed the dreams of those closest to you. But still, you fought to give Mayuri a future. For 3 weeks you fought. And now these memories are a part of you. If you had not seen Kurisu's body in the hallway of Radicon, you would not have sent the first D-mail. CERN would not have found you. When you encountered Kurisu later, you would not have been shocked to see her still alive. You would not have spoken the words that led her to your doorstep. Without those memories, you would not be willing to travel through time to save her. I would not have spent my life searching for a path to Steins Gate. I would not have recorded this message. Dara and I would not have completed the time machine. Suzuha would not be standing beside you now. You must not reject the 3 weeks you spent drifting between world lines. You must not undo the past. Those 3 weeks made you who you are. A man who would do anything to save the woman he loves. Your desperation made me who I am. A man who has given everything to make that dream come true. This moment would not be possible for the memories that you and I share. The man you were trying to create, a man with none of those memories to drive him, could never stand where you stand now. It all meant something. My preparations are complete. The rest is up to you. The final phase of Operation Skuld will now commence. Your mission. Change the outcome without changing established events. You saw Makise Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. That has been established. But at the same time, only that has been established. Deceive yourself. Deceive the world. That is the choice which will lead you to Steins Gate. Good luck, mad scientist. El Sai Kongru. And with that, the video ends. Mayuri and Daru looked dumbfounded. They obviously didn't understand a single word. I, however... Laughter bubbles from the depth of my soul. Not minutes ago I was lost in despair. I was ready to kill myself for what I'd done. But now, I'm laughing. Operation Skuld? El Sai Kongru? I'm 33 years old and I still have no shame. Deceive myself? Deceive the world? That's such chuny bullshit. It's pathetic, laughable, a juvenile fantasy. But at the same time, it feels right. Very well. If this is the choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. I am the insane mad scientist, Yoin Kyoma. Deceiving the world is child's play. It looks like I have to change the world after all. Whoa. I thought Ocarina was finally turning serious, but now he's back to his usual antics.
But you know, maybe she likes Ocarina better this way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Ocarina just isn't Ocarina unless he's laughing like an idiot.
Oh, and Kyoma saved Mayushi, you know. But this time, he'll definitely save Makise Kurisu.
But deceive the world? What's that supposed to mean?
Mayushi doesn't have a clue.
Isn't it obvious? The only established fact about the past that I saw is that I saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. That's the extent of my observation. Kurisu was lying in a pool of blood. As for whether she was alive or dead, that's still open to interpretation. Isn't that right, future me?
Huh?
Mayushi tilts her head. She still doesn't get it. For example, just think of it like this. Kurisu was merely unconscious, and the blood was just a coat of red paint.
Oh! Is that what happened?
Mayuri's eyes open wide in wonder. I give up. She's not going to understand. Wait a second. The news reports all say that she was...
What's true now doesn't matter. Only what Uncle Ocarina saw on July 28th matters.
Really? Really? And that's because I'm not the Okabe Rintaro who lived on the Beta World line after Kurisu died. I traveled to the Alpha World line and back. I'm not bound by whatever effect Kurisu's death may have on this during that time. What I'm going to do is recreate what I saw, and only what I saw. But this time I'll do it so Kurisu doesn't have to die.
Don't forget, you also need to destroy the Nakabachi paper. You handled it.
Who do you think you're talking to, part-time warrior?
Part-time warrior?
Have you forgotten? I am the insane mad scientist, Yoin Kyoma! I disregard the blank stare of my comrades and brush my hair back with a flourish. My plan is flawless. Operation Skuld will succeed. But I need to prepare. Give me 30 minutes. Suzuha tightens her expression and nods firmly. I squat against the roof's chain fence with my eyes closed. To refresh my memory, I pull out the drawers of my mental archive and sort through each file one by one. My actions that day. Mayuri's actions. My conversation with Kurisu. Nakabachi's presentation. With those memories to guide me, I began to draw up a plan for how to complete my mission.
Okari! I got the stuff!
I open my eyes once I hear Mayuri's voice.
Yoshi.
Then it's time. I take a deep breath and stand up. Mayuri's faster on her feet than Daru and I are, so I had her pick some things up for me. She went all the way to the lab and back in the sweltering heat, but she's not even breathing hard. She runs up to me with a triumphant smile, almost like a playful puppy shaking her tail.
Here you go! Will this work?
In her hand is a plastic stick about 30 centimeters long. I take it and nod in satisfaction. Good work, Mayuri.
Mayushi's happy to be useful to Okarin. Oh! I also brought you this!
She hands me a banana. I guess she's telling me not to time travel on an empty stomach.
What's that? A banana! No, I mean the stick.
It's not a stick, it's a sword! One of the lab's inventions. Future gadget number 6. The Siloom Saber!
Siloom Saber?
It's a red Siloom glow stick. It's an essential item for idol and voice actress concerts. But it's not just a glow stick. It's saber-shaped, just as its name implies, so you can reenact some scenes from Spark Wars. Suzu was so impressed, her voice broke.
Wow?
Furthermore, it can also form fake blood clots. Detach the cap of the tip and thick blood starts flowing out.
I really don't get what you're trying to accomplish when you made this.
We wanted to make our sword fights more realistic. What he means to say is that everything is inevitable.
I think I see the plan. You're gonna use that Siloom stuff in this as a stand-in for Makise Kurisu's blood, aren't you?
Precisely. I stuff my cheeks with banana, enraptured by my own genius. I truly am a mad scientist. I put on the Siloom Saber into my pocket. It's about 30 centimeters long, so it sticks out a little, but I don't mind. I had Daru buy me a stun gun earlier. I pocket that too. With this, my preparations are complete. I give Suzuha a glance.
Let's go, Uncle Okarin. One more time. One more trip to July 28th. There and back. 20-minute adventure.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. In and out, 20-minute adventure. Be real quick.
There and back. That's all the fuel we got left. This is our last chance. You ready?
Leave it to me. I will change the world. I follow Suzuha into the time machine. While waiting for Mayuri to return, I asked Suzuha if there was a chance that I might run into myself from last time. In other words, the me who killed Kurisu. She replied that that wasn't possible. The world line where I killed Kurisu is minutely different from the one to which the time machine will take us. Time travel is a very small effect and divergence, but much too small to cause any noticeable changes, but enough to ensure that there will never be two versions of the same time traveler. However, it's important to remember that world lines are not parallel worlds. Ultimately, attract field convergence merges them into a single world line. My actions are not meaningless. If I succeed in deceiving both myself and the world, the entire universe will converge upon a different future.
Oh, come in.
Mayuri leans through the hatch and gently strokes my cheek.
Come back, okay?
Of course. I return the smile and give her a thumbs up. I close the hatch. Daro and Mayuri see me off with words of encouragement. Suzu is already operating the time machine.
The fate of the future hangs on this mission.
Suzu speaks as he presses some buttons.
We're counting on you, Uncle.
Stop calling me uncle, part-time warrior. Instead of answering, I close my eyes. I find myself strangely calm. No impatience, no tension, none of the anxiety I felt the first time. How many times have I tasted failure? My hubris hurt those closest to me. My foolishness cost me their dreams. Even though those mistakes have been undone, the memories still remain as brand on my heart. You must not reject the 3 weeks we spent drifting between world lines. You must not undo the past. It all meant something. Every mistake, every sacrifice. Without them, I would not be standing here now. From that knowledge, I draw strength, confidence, and pride. The memories I shoulder deserve nothing less. And so, I'm no longer afraid. I will reach the unknown world line, Steins Gate. Its future is uncertain, but that's how it should be. For once, I need not worry what fate has in store. Only one thing matters now. Saving Kurisu. Gravity pulls on my back. Rainbow lights start drifting through the compartment. It's time. This is my Ragnarok. I exit the time machine onto the familiar rooftop. As before, it's empty. I can see the top of the train station a short distance away. This is the 3rd time I've been here now. I run through the plan in my head one last time. Time is short, but I have no choice. I have to do it. No, I will do it. Failure isn't an option. I wait for Suzu to break the lock, then run inside just like last time. Narrowly avoiding the first floor me again, I descend to the 7th floor. Last time I went all the way down to the 4th floor, but not this time. I direct my attention to the capsule toy machines near the landing. It's time for step 1. Ryanet Kakeru character doll series. This is it. On July 28th, the first me won a super rare metal looper from this very machine. No time to waste. I insert the 100 yen coin I prepared beforehand and turn the lever hard. The capsule falls into the slot. Just as I grab it... My heart leaps into my throat. That was Mayuri's voice. She's already here? I quickly turn and leave the area before Mayuri can see my face. Luckily, she's so entranced by the capsule toy machines that she doesn't realize who I am. Once I get down to the 4th floor, I check the contents of the capsule. The metal looper is inside. This is the prize that was meant for me. Which means the first me will get... The answer is obvious. Phase 1 is complete. Time for Phase 2. I turn around abruptly. Kurisu is standing behind me, her mouth open in surprise. My timing was perfect.
Hey, you just came down from the...
Huh? I'm going to save you. Leave everything to me.
Huh?
I say no more. If I tell her everything, she'll have no reason to talk to me. Talk to the first me. On July 28th, she came to me during Nakabachi's presentation. She claimed that I had tried to tell her something and then proceeded to drag me out into the hallway for further questioning. That is part of my experience. It should be enough to ensure that it happens exactly as I remember. I pat Kurisu on the shoulder, then race back up the stairs.
Wait!
I run up to the 6th floor, then creep toward the 7th floor landing until I can just make out the capsule toy machines. As expected, there's the first me about to turn the lever in Mayuri's stead.
Ah! It's an Oopa!
Is it rare?
It's not rare, but isn't it just so cute? I usually love Oopa!
I grinned to myself. It worked. The order changed. Mayuri now has a regular Oopa, not the metal one I gave her in the first time. And that means... Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference. The presentation's about to begin. The first me heads up to the 8th floor, but Mayuri doesn't move. She takes out a pen and starts signing the Oopa. Just as planned. When Dr. Nakabachi defected to Russia on August 21st, he had Mayuri's metal Oopa with him. If he had a plastic one instead, it should change the fate of the Nakabachi paper. But one question remains. How exactly did Mayuri's Oopa fall into Nakabachi's hands? I watch as Mayuri finishes signing her name. She nods in satisfaction, then runs up after the first me. Just before she gets to the stairs, she puts the Oopa into her coat pocket. But it doesn't go in all the way. As she runs up the stairs, I see it fall out and roll away. Mayuri's completely oblivious. A moment later, she disappears from sight. I look at the Oopa lying on the floor. Does Nakabachi pick it up? How? He's in the middle of his presentation upstairs. He doesn't have any opportunity. That's when Kurisu comes up from downstairs. I quickly hide in the stairwell across the landing. Kurisu reaches the 7th floor without noticing me. She finds the fallen Oopa and picks it up. So it was Kurisu who found the Oopa. The butterfly effect. In 3 weeks, this completely innocuous event changed the outcome of an accidental fire on what must have been thousands of planes flying that day. By extension, it changes the fate of the entire human race. Kurisu looks curiously at the Oopa, then looks around as if searching for the owner. And of course, Kurisu doesn't know who Mayuri is. At this point in time, those two aren't even acquainted yet. After realizing there's no one around, Kurisu puts the Oopa into her envelope and goes up to the 8th floor. Now that I've seen what I need to see, I go upstairs and head to the employee hallway. Here's where it gets serious. I grip the Xylem saber and shake it silently, thus activating the red fluorescent reaction inside. It'll last about 10 minutes. It should get dim before Kurisu makes her appearance. I know what I need to do. The problem is that my window of opportunity is so slim. Will I be able to handle the enraged Dr. Nakabachi? If I'm mistaken, Kurisu will die. What are you afraid of, Hyoin Kyoma? Everything's going according to plan. Operation Skuld is flawless. You spent 15 years perfecting it, remember? Believe in yourself. Believe in Hyoin Kyoma. Hyoin Kyoma will save Kurisu. I close my eyes and wait for the time to come, hidden behind the same pile of cardboard boxes as last time. I hear the sound of sparse applause from the event hall, which means I should be hearing footsteps soon. There they are. Kurisu has come right on time. She leans against the wall and looks inside her envelope. She's smiling softly as she does. And now the reason I know behind that smile. It's the Oopa inside. She's probably smiling at how adorable it is. That smile really doesn't suit you, Kurisu. I stifle a chuckle. I'm surprised I'm calm enough to feel that way despite the current situation. Once Dr. Nakabachi appears, that's my signal to spring into action. I'll bring out the Asylum Saber as soon as that bastard tries to take out his knife. Then I'll scare him away and stun Kurisu. The stone gun I brought should handle both tasks flawlessly. That's the plan, at least. The next set of footsteps echo down the hallway. Kurisu looks up. I can't see Nakabachi, but I know it's him.
I wanted to talk. Are you listening, Papa?
Even the words she speaks are the same. What is that?
I heard you were giving a presentation on time travel. So I thought about it too. Could it be possible to make a time machine?
The atmosphere is far from pleasant. Nakabachi doesn't even try to hide his displeasure. And the first me is probably at fault for that. At least partially. Looks like it's about time for Nakabachi to go ballistic. I grip the Asylum Saber and make one final check. It's already dimmed down. All I have to do is remove the cap and the tip, and the fake blood will... My breath catches in my throat. In the darkness of my hiding spot, I bring the Asylum Saber close to my eyes and peer inside. The fake blood has begun to coagulate. No, this shouldn't happen. I was certain that the liquid inside would remain fluid for around 30 minutes after losing luminescence. Was it effective? And to think of it, we never tested the Asylum Saber. It can only be used once before the tube needs to be replaced. Given the lab's financial situation, we thought it would be a waste to use it, so we never did. How could I have failed to consider this possibility? If I'd have half a brain, I would have brought a spare. This is bad. The plan is falling apart. I wasn't shunned! Nakabachi's shrill shriek startles me. Those incompetent bastards were just jealous of my superiority. I was the one who gave up on them!
Please don't yell.
Time won't stop me. How do I recover from this setback? I can't leave. Nakabachi's about to attack his daughter. If I make my appearance after that, it'll be the same as last time. I'll end up killing Kurisu again. No matter what. I can't let that happen. What do I do? Do I go back to the time machine and try again? No. Remember what Suzuha said? There's not enough fuel for another trip. This is my last chance.
We haven't seen each other in a while. There's a lot I want to talk about. You're living in Aomori now, right?
Leave.
Huh?
Go back to America. Never show your face to me again.
But
You want my opinion? We'll submit it jointly. You don't mean any of that. I know how you think. My heart is pounding. I'm sweating like crazy. Feels like I've just run a marathon. I cover my mouth to suppress the sound of my breathing. Is this pity? How dare you! You're supposed to be my daughter!
I don't understand. Please come.
I am calm! Don't tell me what to do! Nakabachi's about to Events are proceeding just like last time. Barreling I don't know how you pronounce that. Inexorably toward disaster. Please. I find myself begging. Make time stop. But another voice from within answers. Are you praying, Kyo and Kyoma? Have you forgotten? I'll tell you why I called you here today. I wanted to show you my research. Research beyond even what you could imagine. I wanted to prove once and for all that you are nothing compared to me. Change the future. Deceive the world. But that brand in the lab coat ruined everything. I know you were laughing at me too. Don't you deny it. How dare you treat your own father this way?
I wasn't.
You want my opinion? Fine, I'll give it to you. I'm going to publish it myself. End of discussion. I won't court the mercy of a heartless god. I will save Kurisu myself. She won't die again. Not at my hands. Not at anyone's.
You're stealing it?
What did you say?
You're stealing my work? I didn't even think I don't think even you would do something like...
Nakabachi strikes Kurisu on the cheek. Who do you think you're talking to? It's starting. Nakabachi puts his hand around Kurisu's neck. Her cries of agony fill my ears. And there's still a way to prevent Kurisu's death. The puddle of blood I saw beneath Kurisu's body. There's one more way to reproduce it. One more way. One last chance. It's a gamble, to be sure. Even if it succeeds, I don't know what effect it might have on the Steins Gate world line. Can't possibly understand how I feel. Why did you have to be so talented? I detest you. I hate your very existence. Nobody's allowed to be better than me. You understand? Nobody! Especially not my own daughter! That's why I abandoned you. I couldn't bear the shame of being your father. It's all your fault. It's all your fault! It matters not. I am Hyo Kyoma, the insane mad scientist who defies God. My true desire is chaos. I have no need for a predetermined future. Stop! Calmly, I step out from my hiding spot. Nakabachi looks at me in disbelief. His eyes are wide and bloodshot. You. You're the brat who ruined my presentation. Nakabachi lets go of Kurisu. How dare you show your face before me? Why does everyone get in my way? I know. You and Kurisu planned this, didn't you? Didn't you? You brats won't get away with this. Nakabachi pulls out the knife from his pocket. Its blade reflects cold light. Once I see the glint, I laugh disdainfully. Try it if you dare. You. Who are you? My name is Hyo Kyoma. What? Hyo for Phoenix, then In, and finally the terrible truth that must never be revealed. Hyo Kyoma! I am the bringer of chaos, the destroyer of order! And I am the one who will end your ambition. Kurisu staggers to her feet with her hand to her neck.
Run away!
Never! I dismiss Kurisu's plea and instead turn to Nakabachi with my arms spread wide. What's wrong, Dr. Nakabachi? Aren't you going to kill me? Or have you lost your nerve? Of course, a mere mortal could never slay a god such as I. You little... Nakabachi goes into a frenzy. He charges me with his knife point first.
Papa! Stop!
Nakabachi has completely lost his mind. I can see it in his eyes. He won't stop. And if he won't stop, then I'll stop him with my own body. You can't kill me! You're nothing! Die! The knife approaches. Its point glitters menacingly in the dim light. Inches away. I don't move a muscle. This is my last chance. I'll do whatever it takes. Like, can you tase him? That would be like if you have the energy to tase him right now, that'd be ideal. Intense pain ripples through my abdomen. I feel the cold sink into my body. He did it. He stabbed me with the knife that killed Kurisu. The pain flares. Feels like my insides are being torn out. Nakabachi yanks out the knife. Blood gushes from the open wound. The iron tastes of blood spread through my mouth. Pain threatens to steal away my consciousness. My body's on fire. My vision blurs. I struggle desperately to stay on my feet. Now who's laughing? That's what you get for mocking me. I whip out the stun gun and switch it on. The electric arc crackles to life inches away from Nakabachi's face. He instantly turns pale. Now you've done it. I spear him with my glare and take a step forward. A wave of nausea surges over me. Blood spews from my throat, but I don't look away. I keep my eyes fixed on Nakabachi. You'll regret this, old man. I'm going to kill you. You and the girl. I'll kill you both. Don't move. Kurisu runs up to me. She holds me and supports my body. Lie down. I'll call an ambulance. What is she doing trying to help me? Didn't she hear me threaten to kill her? You're too soft-hearted for a tsundere. Back when I was trying to save Mayuri, you were always the one who saved me. So this time, I'm going to save you. What? Kurisu convulses. Strength leaves the legs she used to support me. She collapses. I'm sorry. I send her my silent apology. I'll be sure to have my way with your daughter before I kill her. But first is you, Nakabachi. Nakabachi tosses his knife away with a pitiful cry. He takes a step back. 2 steps back. Ah! Firing the stun gun once more does the trick. Nakabachi flees down the hallway toward the elevators. But first he makes sure to pick up the envelope Kurisu dropped. How shrewd of him. Mama, I could really use a solid right now. I touch my wound. Fucking ow! The lightest touch sends pain coursing through my body. I fall to my knees. I feel faint. The bleeding won't stop. The blood is starting to pool on the floor. I press my hands into the blood. Still not enough. I reach for my stomach, wet and glistening with blood. Oh, am I about to shovel this out? Ugh. I take a breath and drive my fingers into the wound. The pain is like nothing I've ever experienced. Unable to bear it, I throw back my hand. I scream until my throat is raw. I can't stop now. Fighting against the urge to faint, I feed strength into my hands and pull the wound wider. Well, at least now canonically the scream first me heard is now me screaming in agony, not me screaming that I killed Kurisu. My blood paints the floor crimson. Uncle Ocarine! Suzuha runs up to me. That wound! What happened? What were you thinking? If you die, if we fail... Uncle? You forget who you're dealing with, Suzuha. Look at the floor. Notice anything? The floor? That should be enough blood, don't you think? She looks down and beholds my masterpiece. A pool of blood! To deceive myself. To deceive the world. The stage is set. But Uncle! You'll die! There's no way I'm going to die. Who do you think I am? I am the insane mad scientist, Yoing Kyoma. Uncle! If convergence holds, then it's already determined that I don't die. Not here. I die in 2025. That's a fixed event on the Beta World line. That was my bet. I intentionally provoked Nakabachi to rage. I took the knife meant for Kurisu and survived. The wound gave me what I needed to carry out the plan. Though I have to admit, I didn't think it would hurt as much as this. There's no telling what will happen when we reach Steins Gate. The future of that world line is still undecided. There's no reason it can't include my death. How ironic. I made a bet based on the guarantee that I wouldn't die, but winning that bet makes death a very real possibility. I twist my lips into a smile. Time to put the finishing touch on my masterpiece. Suzuha. Get Kurisu. Okay. Suzuha picks up the unconscious Kurisu. Then she lay her face down on my blood puddle. Kurisu doesn't wake up. She's perfectly still. But she's definitely breathing. I stroke her hair gently. Did it hurt? I'm sorry. But I had to do it. To save you. Even though those 3 weeks will never come back. I want you to live. Even if we reach Steins Gate, even if Kurisu lives, even if I don't die, we'll never meet again. Kurisu will never join the lab. We will never build the time leap machine together. But Still, I'm glad I was able to save her. Goodbye. Please stay unconscious for a while. I need you to deceive the first me. While Suzuha goes to pick up the knife, I use the wall to climb to my feet. Mission complete. Return to base.
This is crazy, Uncle! You're insane!
Insane. Nonsense. This is all according to plan.
Don't talk. I'll take you back to August 21st. Try to enjoy the G's, okay? Damn, I should have brought a first aid kit.
I feel pressure crush my body. My wound throbs. I feel like groaning, but I bite my lip and bear it. Rainbow lights fill my vision. The time machine's activating. Suzuha wraps my wound in with a towel.
Hey, Uncle? I'm sure Steins Gate is waiting for us on the other side. A world where nothing is known. Where anything is possible. A world where you live. Where Makise Kurisu lives. Where Shina Mayuri lives. A world where I have no reason to travel to 2010. Future may still lead to World War III. May lead to a dystopia ruled by CERN.
Someone's warm hand grasps mine. Tightly. Tightly.
But now, there's hope for the future again.
I slowly close my eyes. It's hard to breathe. But my pain feels distant now.
Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. I won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. So, I'll say it now.
The warmth of her hand slowly fades away.
Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live. And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay?
It's time to go home. Mayuri and Daru are waiting. And with them, a future that is yet to be written. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh fucking boy. My god, I love this. I love everything about this. All I gotta do is sit through this, I guess, and see where it takes me. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Probably gonna get copyright claimed for this music, like I have done fairly recently. Like for some reason, only recently. I don't know why it suddenly come out, but yeah, for some reason they decided to claim my videos. That's a me problem. You can still watch them. It's just problems. Okay. Yeah, I'm just double checking I'm correct with my assumptions. I'm just sitting, waiting to see how the future plans out, I guess. Oh, and as I stated in the previous episode, probably 2 episodes ago now at this point, but yeah, Zero is coming. Zero is coming soon. Whether it's after Shield or it's after No More Heroes, I haven't decided yet. Maybe the gap after No More Heroes is what I need. It's for me to decide when we get there. My god, this music's great. And again, I'm just sat here hoping that it ain't claimed. Well, it's gonna get claimed, I don't care. It's just the fact that I hope they don't take the video down because of this. It's the main reason why most of the finales to the Kingdom Hearts LPs have vanished over the years. I don't have the remaining files, so I can't re-edit them. I just have to mute them or cut it out, which is problematic, but hey ho. Like, I feel good considering the fact that I nearly fucking died, but yeah. Oh. Here's hoping. Anyway, yeah, there's Steins Gate 0 I need to play. There was another one as well, and I'm not talking about the dating sim. That will have its own time in the sun eventually. It's like linear bound phenogram or something. I don't know, like, how vital that is. I'm probably gonna play it at some point, whether or not it'll be like soon. Well, it won't be soon. I've got Steins Gate 0 to marathon through. He says marathon. That ain't fucking happening. No. Yeah, I've got that. I've got 0, linear bound phenogram, and the dating sim. My Darling's Embrace is what I think it's called. So, yeah. And then I've got, like, other games by the same people. I've got Chaos Child to play. And I need to find a place to play Robotics Notes. Even though I've heard, like, it's the least good one. I haven't heard many people talk about Chaos Child. I've heard it's, like, good, I guess. The reviews are good, but, like, the universal opinion is that this is where they peaked. Which is problematic considering this is the first one. It's only downhill from here. Science Adventure Team since 2007. Y'all are majestic! Y'all are majestic bastards, and I love every single one of you. 5 PB. 5 powered in games? Oh, makes sense. Oh well. Anyway. It's been a month since then. My wound was deep enough to require surgery. If I'd been just 1 hour late getting to the hospital, I would have died from blood loss. The doctor laughed as he told me this. Hilarious. After being cooped up in the hospital for so long, it's exciting to be walking around Akiba again. I look around to see if Akiba's any different from what I remember, but nothing catches my eye. I just get the feeling that there are more shops than before. More moe shops, even. The mysteries of divergence. I chuckle to myself, then dig into my pocket. Something jingles. There are metal pins inside. 8 of them. The Future Gadget Laboratory's member badges. The design based on the pin Suzuha brought from the future. Which world line Suzuha was that again? Anyway, back then we searched all over Akiba for that pin. And while I was hospitalized, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to ask Daru to have them made. And of course, the one we commissioned to make them was that shady foreign street vendor. The final pin is slightly different from Suzuha's, but it's pretty well done. I pass through the archway of Yanabayashi Shrine and head to the courtyard. There, brandishing a sword with sublime dignity, stands a Miko. The Miko is so lovely that anyone would doubtless stop to stare. But that's not a Miko. And that's not a real sword. That sword is a 980 yen imitation. And the beautiful Miko is a guy. Lukako lifts his head at the sound of my footsteps. Okabe-san! As soon as our eyes meet, he runs up to me in a fluster. His eyes are already wet with tears. You were discharged today? Yeah. But I'm sorry, I didn't know anything about it. Of course you didn't. I didn't tell you. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm so happy. And then he starts crying in earnest. Seeing his tears, I feel the urge to pat him on the head and tell him everything will be alright. But I resist and sigh instead. I hear you were a natural at your cosplay debut. I hear you even had a fan club. Mayuri filled me in on the situation. After years of persistent nagging, she finally convinced Lukako to cosplay near the end of summer break. It wasn't in time for Kamima, but he wore one of Mayuri's costumes to a cosplay event in early September. His cosplay debut was effective. Dozens of photographers took his picture, and the images soon went viral on the net. Try to look up pictures of Lukako now and you'll get a ton of hits. He's being swarmed by fans. And since he's what they call a trap, he's popular with girls too. There's some things in this world I just don't understand. Like why I'm attracted to traps. To be honest, it's so confusing. You know, I still haven't had the pleasure to see you cosplay in the flesh. I just can't. If Okabe-san were to see me, I'd get so embarrassed I'd die. But you had fun, didn't you? That's what Mayuri said. Yeah. You've grown up, Lukako. He's overcome his feelings of inadequacy and accepted himself for who he is. And he even had fun doing it. Okabe-san. Kyoma-san.
It's all thanks to the Seishin Zanmasai who's taught me. I've cleared my mind of all mundane thoughts.
He truly is a worthy disciple. But you must not grow complacent. Our next objective is to ascend to the true form of Seishin Zenma style. Once you've mastered it, the flames of evil sealed within you will have nothing left to burn. That moment will mark the beginning of the legend of Urashibara Luka, guardian Miko of the Personapolis of Akihabara.
What exactly would this legend be about?
I shall tell you in proper time. I reach into my pocket and take out a pin. Lab mem number 006. Urashibara Luka. I grant this unto you. Lukako nervously accepts the pin with a confused expression. When did I become a lab mem? It's a memory from beyond the veil of time. Your past life, I suppose you could say.
My past life?
You've been a lab mem from the moment you were born. Be proud. It's not an exaggeration. It's the truth. Lukako most likely doesn't remember. But it's okay, even if I'm the only one who does. You don't like it?
Oh, it's just... I'm really happy.
He starts crying again.
I always wanted to be a part of your lab. I wanted to be one of you. But I never had the courage to ask. Thank you so much.
He bows his head. This is a precious artifact. Only 8 of them exist in the entire world. It's a magic item that prevents you from all calamity.
Really?
No. So don't lose it.
I won't.
Lukako nods with a joyful smile on his face. Too cute. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Welcome back, Nyasta!
I pass through May Queen's door for the first time in forever. Faris runs over to greet me.
Gyama!
She suddenly links arms with me. At first, I get a little flustered when something soft touches my elbow. But then I break into a cold sweat once I feel the murderous glares of the surrounding Faris fans.
They let you out of the hospital, yeah?
Yeah. I managed to claw my way out of hell. I tear Faris off me and take a deep breath.
Precisely what I expected from the Hyoen bloodline. The name of the Undying Phoenix isn't just for show, yeah?
I see she's still making up her own backstories for people. It boggles the mind that this crazy catgirl is behind the recent redevelopment in Akihabara. Maybe the world line's just fucked.
Mayushi has the day off, yeah?
I know. She shows me to my table where I order iced coffee.
Oh, right. We decided to open a second May Queen location, yeah? And it's right on Shuadori, Nyan. Isn't that awesome, yeah?
Don't you think you're abusing your authority as redevelopment committee chair?
Just a little.
And the recent explosion of moe shops is her doing. I think she's just getting a little carried away.
This is my sacred duty, yeah? Now is the time to summon all of the powers of Moe to the Holy Land in preparation for their offensive, Nyan.
What? We're going to attack? Did the awakening occur while I was in the hospital?
That's right, Nya. They took your absence as their opportunity, Nya. Will we be able to complete the moification of Akihabara before they hatch? There's only one way to defeat them. It's a race against time, Nya! Virus also put in the Rhinet AB tournament to gather karma. But it was really tough by myself, Nya.
What the hell does she mean by karma? Over the past month, Faris has started participating in Rhinet Access Battlers tournaments. Faris is the chairman of the Akihabara Redevelopment Project, a high school student, a popular waitress at a maid cafe, the president of the company founded by her father, and head of the Akihabara family. She should be incredibly busy, but I guess she couldn't stay away from Rhinet forever. Anyway, she went to her very first official tournament and snatched a dramatic victory. Faris is even more cheerful than usual now. I guess all it takes to feel fulfilled is to do things you like to do.
I need your mad scientist powers to stop them, yeah! If they make it into town, they'll make this place their litter box!
I guess I have no choice. If it comes to this, then I too must fulfill the covenant. Oh, yeah. Take this with you.
Yeah?
I take out a pin out of my pocket and present it to Faris.
This is... Where did you get this, Kyoma?
During my stay at the hospital.
So you've overcome the test of heart, yeah? You truly are a great man, yeah?
I don't really get what's going on, so let's just nod for now. This belongs to you. Lab mem number 007. Whenever you need help, hold that pin and speak the incantation. La Yodha Stasia. I legit almost read that as La Yoha, and I'm like, glory to mankind. Oh god, I thought I'd left Nier Automata behind. Desea. Faris and I smile at each other. And then we high-five.
Thanks, Nya! The Future Gadget Laboratory is the help of Akiba, Nya! Can I come over for a visit, Nya?
Of course you can. Dara will be glad to see you. When I get back to the lab, I'm starting to see an unexpected visitor. What the fuck do you want? The fuck do you want, you creepy child? Is it bad that I'm more angry to see Nai than I am to see Moeka?
Yo, Okabe.
Yo, Okabe. Out of the hospital already? Yeah. Tenyoji Yugo and Nai are standing out front. Kiryu Moeka is with them. The Rounders, who killed Mayuri on another world line. Nai hides behind her father when she sees me like usual. Oh, yeah. Let me introduce you. Tenyoji indicates Moeka with his chin. Starting today, this girl's gonna work part-time at my place. Moeka bows her head. She's silent as always, but at least she's not holding her phone. I guess that's some improvement. Doesn't talk much, but don't let it bother you. Don't worry. Shining Finger and I already know each other. Shining Finger? Who's that? I point to Moeka. Shining Finger! That's the name of her Esper power! Tenyoji and Moeka ignore me completely.
He helped me look for an IBM 5100.
I got a thank you email from her during my stay in the hospital. That email helped me figure out our relationship on this world line. Oh, that retro PC you were talking about? Did you find one? Moeka shakes her head. Well, it is just an urban legend. Why did you decide to work here? Did Tenyoji tell her who he is? I thought Moeka wasn't supposed to know FB's true identity.
I brought her.
Nai speaks up in a tiny voice.
I introduced her to Daddy.
I see. So you're a matchmaker, huh? Hey, numbskull! The only two things I love in this world. Brawn tubes and my little girl.
Daddy!
Besides, it was more like the other way around. After Nai fell and got hurt, this girl gave her first aid and brought her all the way back here. I didn't know Moeka had a gentle side. Since she was unemployed, I decided to give her a job as thanks for helping my girl. Never thought our store would hire a part-timer. Rest in peace, Suzuha. Didn't you hire one just last month? Huh? You hiring your painkillers, kid? Never had help before. Ah, of course. The Suzuha who worked here was the Suzuha on the Alpha World line. The Suzuha who came here from a future ruled by CERN. That current world line is a different future, so she didn't come. The time she spent here never happened. Well, in that case, good luck to you, Moeka. This is the perfect opportunity. I take a pin out of my pocket and hand it to Moeka. Oh, now you're flirting. Don't mess around with my part-timer. This pin is proof that you are Lab Mem 005. Our lab's on the second floor. Come by whenever you feel like it. Moeka stares at the pin in her hand. But I can't help you look for an IBM 5100 anymore, okay? Don't be like that. Help her out, will ya? I can't. I'm a busy man. Catch the attention of the Rounders again? No thanks. Besides, the three of them are better off if we never find an IBM 5100. I end the conversation with a shrug of the head to the stairs. Okabe-kun. Moeka calls my name. I turn back to see Moeka smiling, ever so faintly.
Thank you. For this.
Huh?
Yeah. The hatred I once felt toward them is gone. I forgave Moeka and Tenyoji both. Now that they've destroyed our time machine, we can go back to being good neighbors. I won't pry into their secret lives. and I won't attempt to fight them either. It's all up to them. However, the affection that Nai showed towards Maweka brings an undeniable warmth to my heart. Right as I walk into the lab, I'm greeted by the chiming of a microwave oven. Ocarine! Mayuri smiles brightly as she takes out her juicy chicken #1 out of the microwave. Welcome, Ocarine! Did you just combine welcome back and Ocarine? Yep, I said it before, remember? The Mayuri holds out the steaming chicken. Want some too? I'll give you one to celebrate your homecoming! I accept the gift of chicken and pop it in my mouth. I guess it's because I've had nothing but crappy hospital food for a month, but it's so delicious I want to cry. Where did you get that microwave? We disassembled the phone wave name subject to change weeks ago. Oh, that was me. Daru pops out of the development room in all his rotund glory. I wonder if he's making a new future gadget. You bought it? I found it, duh. It was a pain to repair.
It's kinda old, but it still works fine.
That's our super hacker. Now let's keep up that pace and make our next future gadget.
That reminds me, Ocarine. I'm mad at you.
Mary suddenly puts on a pout.
Why did you leave the hospital without telling Mayushi? We went all the way to the hospital to pick you up, but the nurse said you already left.
That was one hot nurse. Wish I was hospitalized instead of Ocarine. You think you're my guardian now, Mayuri? You've certainly come up in the world. Have you forgotten? I'm the one who protects you.
I even helped you with your diaper.
I couldn't move at all after the operation, so my mother and Mayuri made the great effort of coming over to care for me. Especially Mayuri. Even though it was her summer break, she visited me every day. I'm grateful for this childhood friend of mine, from the bottom of my heart. She's a ditz, to be sure, and she seems like she always needs someone to look out for her, but she's actually quite tough for her age. You got your childhood friend to change your diaper? I'm jealous, man. What eroge is that from? I think Daru needs to die for a bit. I bopped Mayuri on the head. I'll buy you some juicy chicken #1 later.
Thanks, Ocarine. It was worth it to help you after all.
I breathe another sigh of relief when I see Mayuri's innocent smile. Mayuri's still alive. I've seen her die countless times. Through events of the world lines that have been undone, my struggle to escape them was not in vain. If the same thing were to happen again, what would I do? Would I accept her death this time? Or would I try again to save her, even if it meant building another time machine? There's no way to know. The future's undecided. But for now, Mayuri is here. And that means everything to me. Here, take these. I give Mayuri and Daru their pins.
It's so cute!
Nice, they're finally done! Mayuri pins the badge to her chest and shows it off with a pirouette.
Gotta be sure to put this on every day, or else I won't be let into the lab.
Nobody really made that rule, but whatever.
But you know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about the pin.
What's that?
There's an inscription, right? It says OSHMKUFA 2010. Okabe, Shina, Ashida, and Oshibaru and Ferris. I got those. What about MK and A? Who are they?
M is for Makise. K is for Kiryu even. And A is for Amame, but the current Mayuri wouldn't understand. Those three were lab mems on a world line, undone and forgotten. I haven't told Mayuri or Daru about them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them. Especially about the last initial, A. I mean, how do I tell Daru he's going to have a daughter? I can just imagine his reaction. Who's my lucky bride to be? I hope she's got a cute face, a delicious flat chest and blonde hair, and twin tails, and a golden ratio tsundere personality. And when she's in dere mode, she's super cuddly and sexy. He'd say something gross like that, no doubt. I remember, as I lay dying in the time machine, Suzuha gripped my hand and said,
Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. I won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. So I'll thank you now. Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live.
Just as she predicted, Suzuha vanished the moment we returned to August 21st. Right before my very eyes, the time machine was enveloped in rainbow light and disappeared. She was smiling as she faded away. It was proof that I had reached Steins Gate. And that's why I don't mourn, Suzuha.
And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay?
I don't know what the future will bring. There's still the possibility that Daru won't get married, that Suzuha won't be born. But still, I believe that in 7 years we will meet again. And that when I give her, and then I will give her this pin. Her birthright is LabMem 008. Until then, I'll keep it in a safe place. I aimlessly head out to town, alone. I want to get a better look at the Steins Gate world line. But try as I may, I can't find anything drastically different. Way back when, Faris's D-mail erased the Moe shops from Akaba. At that time it was obviously that the world had changed. I feel unsatisfied, so I look up at Radicon. Obviously there's no satellite stuck in the roof. It's open for business as usual. When I arrived on this world line right after I saw Suzuha disappeared, the very first thing I did was ask Mayuri and Daru a question. Have there been any murders at Radicon? As they panicked at the sight of my blood-stained body, they answered that no one had been murdered at Radicon. As we waited for the ambulance to arrive, I had Daru call up the news on my phone. They were running the story about Nakabachi's flight to Russia. This time, Nakabachi looked terribly agitated. His eyes were bloodshot. He was yelling, spraying spit everywhere. His appearance was strikingly similar to how I last saw him in the hallway of Radicon. To me, his unintelligible rambling was evidence of Operation Skuld's success. This is an outrage! An outrage! A fire! How can that happen? My precious thesis was burned to a crisp. The future of humanity went up in flames. This is no time for an interview! I won't stand for this, Russian Airlines. I'll murder every last one of your crew members. Money's not the issue. Are you listening? You burned my thesis! My thesis! Which would have changed human history forever! I should never have let you fools handle my suitcase. None of this would have happened if I had just carried it with me. The subtitles read, what was your thesis about? Time travel! The invention that the grand control over space-time! From the past to the present to future! The screen immediately returned to the studio where the female reporter continued.
This has continued for some time. Dr. Nakabachi, also known as Makise Shoichi.
Shoichi? Yeah, Shoichi.
Was detained by Russian authorities upon arrival in Domodedovo International Airport in Moscow. Makise is currently under investigation by the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department as suspecting the July 28th stabbing of a young man.
I don't think anyone's gonna listen to Nakabachi now. For argument's sake, let's just say Nakabachi manages to recreate Kurisu's thesis from memory. Nothing will come of it as long as Kurisu is alive. The scientific community undoubtedly trusts the Makise daughter over the father, meaning Kurisu can deter any attempts made by Nakabachi. World War III won't break out, or at the very least it won't be over the Nakabachi people. I haven't seen Kurisu. Apparently, Kurisu reported to the police that I was stabbed, but at present there have been no progress on the investigation, and the victim, from their point of view, just up and disappeared. I heard from Daru that no one was murdered at Radakan, and I couldn't find a single report of anyone dying in the area that day. Kurisu is still alive. That much is certain, but I haven't had any contact with her since then. You didn't, like, I don't know, memorize her phone number from the previous world line? Aside from the few words we exchanged at Radakan, the current Kurisu and I are strangers. Besides, I was bedridden, so it's not like I could have gone to see her even if I wanted to. Kurisu said that she was supposed to go back to America in August. I was on the Alpha World line, so things may have changed. But what reason would she have to stay in Japan after what her father did to her? I thrust my hand into my pocket. 2 pins remain. One of them is the Lab Mem number 1. That's me. The remaining badge, which belongs to Lab Mem number 4, may never reach its rightful owner. But Kurisu is alive, and that's good enough for me. I once chose to let her die. I once killed her with my own 2 hands. But this time I was able to save her. No one remembers those 3 weeks we spent with Kurisu. No one but me. I'll remember. I'll never forget. So I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Hey, Kurisu. I don't know what the future holds. War still may break out. CERN may still complete their time machine. But at the very least, the future is undecided. We're building it now, from the bottom up. Not just me, not just you. Every man, woman, and child. So keep watching, wherever in this world you may be. I take out my own pin and fasten it to my chest. I walk through the sea of shoppers staring straight ahead. Huh? I quickly turn around. Just now in the corner of my eye, I saw her. The girl who shouldn't be here. Her long hair fluttered as she passed me by. There. A familiar figure. I'd recognize that back anywhere. She'd stopped too in the middle of the sidewalk. Slowly, she turns to face me. It's her. I thought she'd gone back to America. It's her. She doesn't even know me. It's you! That voice. That face. That hair. Those eyes. Makise Kurisu is standing there, same as I remember her.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Ever since you saved my life. I was afraid I'd never get the chance to say thank you. I'm so glad we could finally meet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank goodness you're alright. Kurisu looks so radiant as she tries to hold back her tears. Just when I thought I'd finally suppressed it, all my love for her flows out at once. I'm so happy that I want to cry too. So to hide my embarrassment, I take out my phone and put it to my ear. It's me. Why is she here? Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Protect her? That's a tall order, my friend. But if that is the choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. Hell, Sai, Conqueror. I close my phone and clear my throat. I have no idea what to say. She's still staring at me with those wide, pleading eyes. I open my mouth.
We meet again, Christina.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not Christina or your assistant or... Huh?
No, I really have no idea what to say. How does this Kurisu know about that? Those were the names I used to tease Kurisu. She always got mad whenever I used them. They were our bond, our private joke. But I'd yet to use them on the day we first met at Radicon. So how could this Worldline's Kurisu know? Huh? What? Why did I say that? Words just popped into my head. It looks like Kurisu is as confused as I am. She stares at me, bewildered. And then I finally realize the truth. Everyone has reading Steiner. Even if the world line changes. Even if the past and the future are rewritten. Your memories remain. You've merely forgotten. All it takes is a push and you can remember. The memories of those lost 3 weeks. The memories we made together. Welcome back, my assistant. Makise Kurisu. No. Christina. I reach into my pocket and take out the last pin. Nobody knows what the future holds. And that's why, just as this reunion demonstrates, the possibilities are endless. I place the pin into Kurisu's hand. I gently close her hand in mine. And holding back my tears, I tell her, this is the choice of Steins Gate. Open the Steins Gate completed. All I want to do is make noises. That's literally all I want to do. My heart hurts to, like, no end. Well, that shit's painful to look at, but I did it. I opened the Steins Gate. Ah. I know there's probably a scene that I didn't get for watching the end of the Kurisu credits because it cut to the true ending properly, but that's all by the by. As I've stated previously, I intend to replace this series with Persona 5R. So, this is the 2-episode-a-week series, which is kind of why I want to do Persona, because even with 2 episodes a week, I'm going to be running that bastard to next year, probably. So that's why Zero is going to replace one of the side projects. Although, who knows? Maybe once I do finish with both side projects, Steins Gate Zero might also switch to 2 episodes a week. I don't know yet. That's all for future me to decide. Anyway. I'm gonna go rant about this on Twitter. So if you see the tweet, this is what I'm referring to. Anyway. That was me clapping, but I'm wearing one glove, so it's kind of mute. Anyway. Thank you all for watching this series. This has been one hell of a ride, and I have loved every fucking second of it. Like, I don't know if I'd call it one of my best LPs, but it's been one of my favorites. It has been one of my favorites, and one I will not forget in any time soon. Anyway, if you like the video in any capacity, please give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on whatever you feel like at this point. And if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, be they of any of the projects I've mentioned in passing, be they when Zero starts, when P5R starts replacing this. Like No More Heroes is running, that's probably going to be replaced. Shield's also going to be replaced, but I'm probably also going to run a 3rd series, which I have decided on what that is. When they said a war was coming, oh, they weren't wrong. But anyway. yeah, well, as I was saying, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, consider subscribing to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos, but failing that, all pressing the subscribe button does was you made me feel good today, so thanks in advance. Anyway, thank you all for watching. My name's been Nix, and I'm gonna go cry into the void, and hopefully no one can hear me. Laters.